Hi all, Lord Skull 14 here, and today we're going to learn how to solve the Rubik's Revenge. Alright, so first things first for Rubik's Revenge is the notation. For the 3x3, when you say R, L, everybody knows what that means. R means outside, this kind of thing. On a 4x4, you have the extra middle rows. So those have different letters, although it's not very hard to remember. On a 4x4, the inside row basically is the same letter as the outside row, except it's just lowercase. For example, if this is an R turn, this is a lowercase r turn. If this is an L turn, this is a lowercase L turn. This is the lowercase U slice, this is the lowercase D slice, this is the lowercase F slice, this is the lowercase B slice. So yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, now that you know notation, let's scramble it up. Alright, looks scrambled enough to me. So, here we go. In order to solve this thing, we're going to use a method called the reduction method. In the reduction method, you first make the centers. You first center 4 pieces. And then after that, you pair up your outside edges. Let me see if I can find something. For example, I'll just show you what it will look like if you pair up these 2 edges. It'll look... let's see, it'll look something like this. There, it'll look something like that when you pair them up. Okay? So then after that, you pretty much solve it just like a 3x3. So, there's some interesting stuff that can happen later on, but we'll worry about that later. So, first we have to get the centers. So, the objective here is to make bars of 2 like this, that you can just shift around, make your centers. So, let's see, we've already got a bar here, but we need to find the other 2 blue pieces. One blue here, and the other blue is up here. Since we don't really have anything made, all we really want to do is just preserve that. And since that's on the R side, we can just go like that and do an R2 and join the 2. After doing that, you should be able to figure out how to make the center. That's one center. Now, the second step that you have to do is make the yellow center. In this case, we already have a bar for this part too, but we have to make this bar. So, we've got this one, and this one. Now, if I just move it up, I disrupt this. Nothing happens here. I disrupt this, but it doesn't match up. But this is going to go to the top left, which means this piece should be in the top right. If I do a U prime like this, doesn't mess up anything that we've made so far. Plus I can move it up. Now, I want to move this back down. When I go to move this back down, I want to preserve this too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it into the left layer and move it back down. That way I preserved my center, plus I made this bar. And once I made the bar, I can go like that. Solve that. Next we make our red center. Basically, you have to remember your color orientation too. The way I remember is blue, mustard, blood. Blue on top, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, red. And then after that you can remember the opposites, because the opposite of blue is green, opposite of yellow is black, opposite of red is orange. So, yeah. Blue, mustard, blood. Okay, so yellow's done. Red over here. Make the red one. We've got this red piece, we've got this red piece. Actually, we've got 2 over here, so we can choose whichever one we want. In this case, this one's easy for me because I can move this one up, and I can join this one right here. This is orange, just in case you can't see that because of the light, anyway. So I move it up, and I made this red pair. So if I do a U, I can bring it back down because I've kept it in this row, and I can bring it back down. So no worries there. And then our other red piece is here, and up here. So what we're going to do is do a U prime, join the 2, move it into the left side, bring it back down. Now this is where your first algorithm comes into play. This, you have to move up. This bar, you have to connect with this bar. but you don't want to mess this up top here. So the algorithm is right 2 rows clockwise, U2, right 2 rows counterclockwise. It's really easy. You get the idea. So now we've got to make the black center. In this case, we've already got 3 black pieces here. But what we need to do is the black center to be over here. So I'm going to kind of use a variation of that algorithm to move half the center over here. I'm going to move the left side to the center that I need to move to. Do a U2, move it out of this, and then move it back. Therefore, yellow is still there, and then you've got this one and this one. So I've already shown you how to pair those up. And then use the algorithm again to fix this one. L, U2, L prime. Okay. Now, you can get multiple cases here for the last 2 centers. Basically what you want to do is just cycle them around like this, or you can do an R, U2, R prime. There isn't really an algorithm, you just kind of mess with it. And eventually you can get something like this. You can get these 3. If you get these 3, then what you want to do is you want to find the one that has 1 on the left or 1 on the right if it's like this, but the one that's by itself. And you think, okay, this one's in the top left, which means that this one should be in the top right if I want to match it up. So you match it up, move it into a row, and move it back. So I solve that one. Sometimes you'll get to the case where you get just 2 bars like this, in which you have the algorithm to do already. So line them up, R, U2, R prime. So yeah, that's how you make your centers. That's the first step of solving the 4x4.